my name's Nicole. I'm from the Move event 2022, and today we're going to be interviewing Jeremy Wrathall, who is the CEO and founder of Cornish Lithium. So hello, Jeremy, and thank you very much for joining us today. I really do appreciate it. So if you tell us a bit about yourself and Cornish Lithium.
Thanks, Nicole. I'm Jeremy Wrathall, the founder and CEO of Cornish Lithium. I am a mining engineer by background. I trained in Cornwall at the Camborne School of Mines, and then went into the mining industry for a couple of years, and then went into investment banking and finance mines all over the world, really. And then Cornish Lithium really had its start in 2016 on a horrible, wet, wild, windy February morning on the way to work, and I was thinking, I wonder if there's anything, given that electric vehicles are coming, I wonder if there's anything in the UK that we've overlooked. And really, I've got a very good background for thinking about that because of mining and all my experience looking all over the world for minerals, and remembered that a friend of mine had mentioned back in 2011, I think, that there was lithium in Cornwall. I got home and started Googling that and really realized that this was kind of widespread occurrence. That first recorded it way back in 1864, and then they'd recorded these lithium in water coming into mines, which is a huge problem for the old miners. And I realized that this is very important for us now, given the imperative of electric vehicles and the technology that we now have to extract that. So that's really how Cornish Lithium started. And we've now built the company up. I went full-time in the company in 2017, and we now have well over 50 staff, and we have a really thriving and exciting business. And we now can proudly say that we are building the UK's lithium supply. So very exciting.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. And like you said just then, the demand for raw material has increased immensely, as the demand for electric vehicles has as well. So how does Cornish Lithium plan to extract these materials as the demand increases, whilst also being sustainable?
So we have two projects, which are two different types of projects. One's lithium extraction from rock, that's sort of a conventional open pit, almost quarrying operation, and the other one's extracting lithium from water beneath the surface in Cornwall. We pride ourselves on sustainability right from the start. It's not something that we backloaded like many mining companies do. Sustainability and ESG is at our very heart. So the conventional mining project is in a former China clay operating pit, so the environmental damage is already done. We would be deepening that pit, but we importantly processing that material using a very, very low carbon processing technique, which we licensed a couple of years ago. And that's really exciting. And then the other method of extracting lithium from water is really the ultimate low carbon method, because we will extract lithium from water using a very advanced technique called direct lithium extraction. It's very, very quick. It's relatively new technology when I started the company now, but it's really getting more and more mature. And we're actually testing that in a pilot plant we've got on site right now. That's going really well. But the other important thing is that water that we're bringing up is hot, and that hot water can be used to decarbonize heating for industry and houses, and for growing crops in greenhouses and things like that. So it's the ultimate really green and sustainable way of producing lithium.
No, I can imagine. And can you tell us a bit more about the work that you're undertaking in your new pilot plant to test direct lithium extraction?
Yeah, so we built the pilot plant in a year. We got a government grant to do that. The UK government, through the Getting Building Fund, gave us a grant of just around £2.9 million. We put in over £1.1 million of our own money to make that happen. That plant was completed on time and on schedule, and on budget at the end of March. And we've been testing that plant now using a French technology called geolith, which is really interesting. Where we also have the ability to exchange that for any other type of direct lithium extraction we choose. And we've tested at least 50 different technologies. We've sent water all over the world because the water in Cornwall is very special. It's not only got lots of lithium in it, but it's got very little of anything else. So it makes it easier to actually extract it. So no, we're really excited. We hosted a huge group on site yesterday in Cornwall. They're very impressed. So yeah, it's going really well. Thank you.
No, good. And you are speaking at Move 2022 in London. And what are you excited about for the event? And could you tell us a little bit more about what you'll be talking about there?
So we're really excited to present at Move because it's sort of, you know, all about electric vehicles and modern transport. And really, we see ourselves very much part of that, because the really worrying thing about electric vehicles is that there will not be enough lithium to power them, and that's been mentioned several times by Elon Musk himself. That, you know, you'd find to build the cars, build the batteries, but unless you've got the stuff that goes into the batteries, in other words, lithium and other critical raw materials, that will not happen. And it's particularly important in Europe because Europe currently produces no lithium, but no battery grade lithium at all. And the UK is in the same boat. So really, it's important that we extract this stuff here if we've got the right geology, and we have got the right geology in Cornwall, that we actually extract it in a low carbon manner and supply the UK battery supply chain. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about how do we do it, why Cornwall's got the right geology, how do we extract it, and how do we really scale that up so that we can supply an ever greater portion of the UK battery industry, and by definition it's electric vehicles industry. So I think even if we can produce let's put it this way, every ton of lithium carbonate we can produce here is 1 ton less that we have to import, and 1 ton less that has its associated carbon footprint coming from somewhere like China. That's really why we're excited to present.
As you mentioned, sustainability is a big part of your work and part of everything that you're doing. Would you agree that attending events like Move 22 is good to express awareness and get people talking about sustainability and how this helps the environment and everything like that?
Absolutely. I mean, because I think, you know, it's quite interesting when you think about your iPhone, for example, or whatever phone you've got. A lot of people are not aware about the metals inside that iPhone or that ordinary, you know, other type of phone, and where they've come from, how much carbon is associated with them, and really that we have to move to a zero carbon economy. We have to be conscious of where those metals came from, what the associated carbon footprint is, and we'll be using Move 22 to really focus people's minds on, you know, driving around an electric car is fine, but where did the stuff that's inside it come from? Was it associated with child labor? Was it associated with high carbon production, like a lot of the things in China, where they're using fossil fuels to produce this? You know, we can't just accept driving around in a car or using an iPhone anymore without knowing where those metals came from. So yeah, we're really excited to be there.
Yeah, no, and we're really excited to have you there. Thank you so much for this today. We've really enjoyed having you here, and see you in June.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole.